99.999% of the people that own Bitcoin are fucking morons. Retarded imbeciles. So you found some shit in the street that happened to go up in value. So don't ask me anymore. Go fuck yourselves, please.
So Bitcoin is set to break to the upside. If this accumulation Wyckoff schematic does play out, we are set to see a $50,000 Bitcoin price within 2023. And I expect this to happen as price has been trading sideways for several months and is forming this distribution, this accumulation pattern, and will break to the upside. So stay tuned on today's video and let's roll the cameras. So I hope you're having a good day. This is me, Digital Digits, bringing you a weekly video on Bitcoin. As you guys have seen my channel that I took a year off on crypto because I was focusing on my studies. Since now I'm done studying, I can now follow my passion into making these type of videos every day and also trading the financial markets. So as you guys can see right in front here, if you guys don't know accumulation and distribution schematics, it's a Wyckoff theory where institutions or smart money is adding positions while deceiving the retail investors. So what these guys normally do is they push the price, they manipulate the price so that price doesn't so here it's basically what a accumulation, so price is manipulated to the downside. Most people thought Bitcoin was going to go to like 12,000 or below, so these smart money institutions or the composite men are manipulating the price so the price does go to the downside, even though that most of the short sellers are exhausted and don't have the funds to do so. This is to deceive most retail traders to thinking that price will go lower. So when price broke above around here, this long way, a lot of people thought Bitcoin was gonna go and test the 12K areas, and price didn't actually do that. This was the composite man trying to deceive the retail investors into believing that price will go to the downside. Even now, most retail investors or traders are thinking that Bitcoin still has to go down and meet its 12,000 targets, and this could be the case, but I personally believe that this accumulation pattern will play out and probably fool a lot of investors in thinking that prices are still going to go to the downside. Even now that Bitcoin has started to retest its 25K levels, a lot of investors think that price will go to the downside. So that's the reason that now this accumulation pattern is starting to play out. These composite man institutions have been piling up longs all around these areas, especially after the last low, after the test, second test, third test, they have been adding positions here. That's why we saw an explosive move to the upside. So the schematic is still to play out, because if it plays out, we're going to see a strong leg up in a couple of months and weeks. But now what I expect to happen for Bitcoin is for us to go and break the $25,000 level and hold it at support and trade sideways for a few months, and then probably starts the next powerful move to the upside. And this move that it's gonna occur will be very bullish and will catch a lot of investors too in the wrong side, because a lot of investors will think probably maybe this will be a double top, price could fall low and maybe making you lose. So this is what I'm seeing on the charts, and schematics play out in every different manner, because schematics are everywhere in the markets. Even this area here is a schematic, here it's a schematic, because here it's basically a distribution where price eventually went down, distribution, price went down, accumulation, price is now gonna go up, and then you're gonna have another reaccumulation schematic, price goes up again. So this is what mainly happens within the markets. Even our schematics happen in the lower time frames. Even here, probably there is a schematic. Even here, there's a schematic. Everywhere there is a Wyckoff schematic. So this is a fractal pattern and can happen in different shapes and forms. So it doesn't have to be pitch perfect as the charts that you see mostly on the internet. But as you can see, this is playing out as a Wyckoff schematic, Wyckoff accumulation schematic type 1. As you can see, now we're only waiting for price to break this $25,000 level, then probably trade sideways to retest the $25,000 levels for support, and then probably a move to the upside. So this is my stance on how you could start adding positions to Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. I bought a lot of Bitcoin around these areas here, even these areas here at around $16,000. Most of my buy-ins were around 17,000 to 18,000 here when we had this fall, and also around here and the $16,000 level. So that's where I bought a lot of crypto, because I knew that price is looking a bit weak. We weren't seeing these strong bearish rallies to the downside anymore. We saw small bearish rallies, small bearish rallies, because I could see that the bears were exhausted and price was starting to become bullish, and this is what happened. This is a sign of clear bulls stepping in the markets, institutions stepping in the markets, and pushing the price of Bitcoins to higher prices. So I personally believe that 2023 will be a bullish year for Bitcoin. Maybe 2024 could be a stagnant year, but I still think we'll still be up on 2024. And then 2025, I personally think, is where Bitcoin could likely get its peak, because that will be after the halving. So I personally believe that Bitcoin could reach possibly 80 to 90K in the next cycle. I don't believe that Bitcoin will reach 100K, because the majority right now thinks that Bitcoin will reach those certain price levels. So I think around 80 to 90K will be my areas where I'll be selling all my Bitcoins and going into fiat, then looking for the next moves within the market to increase my Bitcoin positions for the long term. So this is a new perspective I'm looking in for the price of Bitcoin. As you can see, this is more an investor type of video that I'm making today. So this is gonna be it for today's video. Always stay digital.